clouds forming in the heavens over me. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Change gon' come finally, and the sun gon' shine down on me. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Tomorrow's a brand new day.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video, and it feels like forever since we said that, but we're here with a new exclusive trailer, the final trailer for Power Book 2 Ghost, the last and final season. We also got new exclusive pictures, and we're just gonna go ahead and break all this down because there's so much to talk about. I'm gonna take individual parts and make separate videos going into more details, but this is just an overview of everything we get in the trailer, how I believe it's gonna play out. And once again, we got a lot with the return of characters like Tasha and Rashad, Tate, the impact that's gonna have. Deaths of characters I believe will bring them back into the picture. Also, what looks like Diana possibly getting her first kill, which matches up to one of the episode descriptions talking about her moving further into the game. We got to break that down and how it impacts her pregnancy and her getting out the life once and for all. We also see Noma Kane working back with Tariq and Brayden. We got to break that storyline down. Drew going to jail. I predicted and told you guys that was my last video. I showed hints and clues and details towards that, and now we know it's definitely gonna happen. And last but not least, Don Carter, the hold he's gonna have over Monet and Tariq, their scramble to get out from under him, and their beef with Zion in these coming episodes. So once again, so much to break down. I appreciate if you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which character storyline you're most excited for, and I will make a dedicated video on them. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, I want to start off with Drew because I believe we have this prediction absolutely correct. I still can be wrong, but with the things we received in this new trailer, I think it all adds up. Now, we know at the end of episode 5, the mid-season finale, Don Carter caught Drew and Monet in the act of stealing product, but he decided not to bring them to jail. He told them that, I want you to stay in the streets, stay in charge, but now I'm running shit. He said y'all could take out any criminals or anything, but don't hurt no civilians. He said as long as y'all do that and obviously give me a cut, y'all are good to go, y'all safe. But one of the episode descriptions talked about Drew taking out a threat to Carter's organization, and Carter's organization is obviously him being dirty, and I think this threat will be Kamal Tate, because we already seen hints and glimpses at this when Kamal got Roman to flip on Zion and let him know Zion was his plug, and Kamal was telling Don Carter that this could connect back to Tariq, and Don Carter was like, yeah, whatever, I'm not really trying to look into that, fall the fucking line.
And I'm gonna need you to fucking fall in line.
And I think he's gonna continue to be a problem within his organization, and he's gonna get too close to revealing what Carter is really doing. And with this going down, I predicted that he was gonna task Drew with taking out Kamal Tate, because Drew's character synopsis at the beginning of the season said that he was gonna form an unforeseen alliance, and I think at this point now we know it's Detective Don Carter. It says it's gonna give him all the power he wanted from within his family. Now with this happening, I think this is what brings back Rashad Tate. He wasn't in the first half of the season. Everyone was wondering where he is, but with the death of his brother, I think this opens up that door for his return, and he's gonna be the one pressing and pushing the issue to take down whoever killed his brother. And I think this will lead to Carter having to bring Drew to jail, because once again, if he the one who sent him to do it, he set the whole situation up, then he could just make him take the fall for it, and there's nothing he could do about it. And also this protects, of course, Don Carter, and I think that's why they arrested him, which makes sense once again, because he could have arrested them in the last episode and didn't do it, but now he has a reason to. Councilman Tate is gonna make the push and the effort to do so, and I think that's why he is returning. He comes back into the fold, and we do see scenes, or a scene of Drew in jail, and also got a clip of a slight glimpse of Don Carter and Kamal Tate putting a task force together, going on a hit or a mission to take someone down. This could be where everything just falls apart and goes wrong, but who knows, we do see that. But once again, I do think this leads to Drew taking him out, Tate returning, and Carter having no choice but to bring Drew down. And this is what pushes Monet more and more to try to get from under Carter, as her and Tariq, we could see them being held at gunpoint, but we're gonna get into that next. We don't know how long he's gonna be in there, maybe a few episodes, because we do know he's gonna get out and be battling with Kane for the streets, but we do see that's why Rashad T is more than likely returning. Next up, we have Diana and her possible first kill, and also her pregnancy tragedy that I think involves Zion. Now, this is gonna take a lot of explaining as well, but hear me out. Once again, we got an episode description that talks about Diana either stepping further into the game and risking her family's safety. The family that I think she's talking about is, of course, her kid and or Tariq, her future life, because we saw once again at the end of episode 5 where we left off, she's told Tariq she wants the game nowhere near her baby. She told Monet that, what type of mom would I be if I bring a kid into this life? So she basically said she was done, she was out, even though Tariq decided he wanted to stay in the game, and she said that's not gonna work for her. So now we see that it won't be so easy for her just to leave, and we see in a scene, in a clip, we thought this was gonna be her initially finding Salim's body, because of course we only got the clip in black and white of her looking shocked, standing over the counter, whatever. But now we see her smashing someone's face, and who is this? I have no idea. I'm gonna make a whole separate video on all the possible people and theories. I want you guys to let me know down below, who do you think this is Diana is fighting and or killing, because I really don't have no idea at this point. But it looks like she's gonna choose to step back in the game and save and help her family, whoever it is, whether it's the rest of the Tejedas or it's Tariq and her baby. But once again, put down below, who do you think this is Diana is killing, because I currently have no clue, and I'm gonna make a dedicated video on all you guys' theories and ideas. But the main factor is gonna be, does this prohibit or stop her from completely getting out the game, and she's gonna have to do what Tariq was saying, where the only way they're safe is if they're at the very top. I don't know. I think this is probably worst case scenario for her, and still deciding to keep the baby, what Kane said might be true, and that this might be the worst mistake of her life, especially if it comes at the cost of her baby. Now, with this being said, we also see going into the episode 7 description, I've been talking about this so many times, Diana pregnancy, how it looks like it's possibly gonna go wrong. And now we have so many hints and clues towards this, and I think it's gonna be more so dealing with Zion. Why I say this is, we saw a scene in the black and white trailer of Tariq crying and what looks to be someone in a hospital bed. Now everyone has jumped to the conclusion that they believe this is, of course, Diana. And now what exactly took place? I made this theory in another video where I talked about Zion. Episode 6 once again talks about Diana stepping further in the game and risking her family's safety, but we're more so focused on Tariq and Brayden getting back in Noma's good graces. As we know, in the mid-season finale, Brayden revealed to Zion that Noma was the new British plug in town. She is supplying the Russians and everything like that. So Zion pulled up to one of her business meetings and fucked the whole shit up, threatened her, basically said, get out my city. So with this happening, she decided to let Kane go to his fight club and fight the nigga, and Kane ended up winning. So he's already pissed about this. Noma is here to stay. But not only that, Brayden told him that they're not working for both of them, saying he's only working for Zion.
But we're not working with her. Okay, no shady shit, no backdoor deals.
But what episode 6 describes about Tariq and Brayden getting back in her good graces, with the addition of the new scenes where we see them meeting up with Noma and Kane at the middle of Stansfield, and scenes we already seen of Noma, Davis, Kane, and Tariq all meeting up once again. We don't know if that's a possibility of them going back over there. Now, of course, if this does happen, what about Zion? He's gonna obviously be pissed about this. He's already a lunatic. When he first met them, he was putting his hands on Tariq, Tariq. We just saw him with Brayden fucking choking that nigga up for no reason. Dude has a mental problem. I mean, he owns a fucking fighting ring, so he's not gonna take too kindly to this. And I think this causes him to retaliate, and Diana possibly gets caught up in the crossfire. It's why we get a scene in the new exclusive trailer of him doing a drive-by on someone. Now, other clues that show and lead to this possibility, people think this scene of Monet in all black is possibly for a funeral or something tragic happened. She looking worried. Also, we see Kane pointing a gun at someone on the street. People think he's trying to get information about Zion's location because he went into hiding. He's trying to take him out. Even though Kane told Diana this would be a mistake, I don't think he would let anyone just kill her themselves or take out her baby. But then see the biggest scene, of course, Tariq getting choked up by Zion. This could be for one or two reasons. Like I said, Tariq going back and work for Noma and Zion pissed about this, or Tariq finds him, they get into this fight, he's losing, some people coming in to help, whatever. People think this is referencing Tariq and the Tejedas avenging what they lost. They're gonna work together for once to take out Zion for whatever he did to Diana. We got another angle of Tariq getting choked up and in color with this new exclusive trailer we just received, and it definitely looks like Zion and his tattoos as we just seen, because he fought Kane with no shirt on in the last episode, and it makes the most sense for it to be him in this circumstance. Now, with all that being said, I do think Tariq does end up getting his revenge and taking out Zion for whatever he did to Diana and the tragedy with the pregnancy. Now, I believe this because when we got the black and white trailer, we saw Tariq pulling the trigger on someone that was below him. He's wearing the exact same jacket and gloves that he was wearing when Zion was choking him up, and once again we got both of these scenes in color. Now we also got a picture and image where we see Tariq with blood on his forehead. I'm probably gonna make this my thumbnail, and I think this is a scene where of course he takes out Zion once and for all. Also, the fact that on the Crew Has It podcast with Gianni and Michael Rainey, who played Tariq and Brayden, they talked about a crazy character that was gonna happen this season.
We have a character in season 4 is probably the most unpredictable person Michael and I have worked with. And this
Unpredictable in what way?
He was crazy.
And Zion has been crazy thus far, but he hasn't really done anything out of pocket to make you feel his presence for real. Feel like he's an absolute threat or he's really a do anything to prove his point. And I think that's what's coming down the line in this scene in black and white of Tariq standing over someone. He's standing over Zion and taking him out. Next up, we got the return of Tasha. Now, I'm not completely sure. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get at least one more trailer, but I don't have much to go off of about her return. We know earlier in the season, Don Carter was talking about her getting kicked out witness protection. I don't think that has happened just yet, but we do know Tariq, it looks like he's gonna go visit and see her once again. Now, with this happening, a lot of people predicted that Tasha was gonna die this season. Now, I still don't know if I think or believe that, but I do think Tariq will fill her in on the situation that's going on, that being Diana's pregnancy. So I'm expecting to see her in episode 6 or 7 before she lose the baby, or she might find out all this information after the tragedy with the pregnancy already happens, and this is her embracing him or comforting him or something like that. I think that's more so what the case is. Every time they get a meet up with each other since she went in witness protection, it's more of an information dump about what they both got going on currently. And I think this is gonna revitalize Tariq if this happens before the pregnancy, and he's gonna realize family is the most important thing to him. I pointed this out countless times. Tariq wrote down on the paper in class the thing he wants the most is family. He already lost everyone since killing Ghost, that being of course Tasha going in witness protection so she wouldn't get killed by Tommy. Then of course his sister Yaz, he had to go put her in witness protection with Tasha for her safety and for her happiness. And it was the same where his grandma, who he fucked over, was trying to take custody of Yaz from her, went and sent her in witness protection as well. So he basically had no one at this point. And I thought when Diana got pregnant, this was gonna be the way for him to see that, okay, okay, maybe it really is time for me to get out. So depending on when Tasha enters the picture again, if it happens before, I think that's when he'll be making the decision to be done with this shit. And if it happens after, I think still he's gonna be like, okay, this game has fucked up and ruined enough of my life. It's time for me to get out. And Tasha is gonna help him finally see that. Even though Ghost has been telling this nigga this the whole time, that this shit will ruin your life, that you have more options, that I wish I didn't do it and you still chose this route. I don't know, bro, but I think that's what Tasha's involvement will be. Do you guys really think she's gonna die? If you do, let me know how and by who down below. But when we get another trailer or more sneak peek scenes, pictures, or anything, I think I'll have more to go off from, but I'm looking forward to her being back into the story. Now for Brayden, Effie, and Kane, we really don't have enough based on this trailer to make a section for each of them on their own. So we're going to break down the scenes we do get pretty quickly and how I see their story going and ending. So first off, Brayden, the two main scenes we see for him is one, him pointing the gun at someone, possibly getting another kill. Now, I don't know if this would be a random miscellaneous character or he'll finally get another big impactful kill, a character we know, kind of like how he did with his uncle. But the other, and I think the more important scene, is him at the hospital, and I think this will be for Elle. As we know, we learned in episode 4 or 5 that she has sickle cell, but more than that, she's a fucking addict. She pops pills, takes drugs any chance she gets, and I think this is going to continue to grow and it's going to overwhelm her, especially if she overdoses on his drugs or something like that. I think he'll possibly use her sickle cell as a scapegoat with her pills or something, because she is going to be a loose cannon as the story continues. Now, I think she won't make it out this season, and by the end, her death will have a big impact on Brayden, and I think ultimately him and Tariq's paths will go in different directions. Not that they necessarily won't be cool or friends anymore, but just that they won't have the same priorities going forward. But we're gonna have to wait and see for that. That's just my prediction based off those two scenes. Moving on to, of course, Effie. We don't get much of her in this trailer either. We kind of get her running, and it looks like she's in the same location that Detective Don Carter and Kamal Tate are invading. And I think this is possibly where she gets caught up, and we saw in the black and white trailer that she had the gun pointed towards her. Now, this is me making jumps and guesses. I'm not gonna even lie, as we don't get much of her in this exclusive trailer, but also we didn't really get much of her in the first half of the season either. Now, her actor did say we're supposedly supposed to get some of her backstory or meet her mom in the second half of the season. I don't know. I have to wait and see how that plays out, because her character hasn't really been doing much in the story so far. So I have to see how she's implemented back in this trailer. It doesn't give us much to go off of. And last but not least, Kane. Once again, he's just like a soldier. The threat takes up the problems. We don't get much development or what his story will be going forward either. I think something to look out for is that Davis is going to be working closely with him and Noma. We see them once again at the meeting with Tariq. We see them all in her office. They have a picture of them all together and shit like that. We know Davis slept with Noma in the last episode. Noma is playing Kane like a fool, got him wrapped around her finger, using him however she wants. And I think once he realizes or finds this out, he's strictly gonna start making moves on his own. He already told Monet he's doing his own thing as a man, but he's still kinda underneath Noma. I think he's gonna fully break out of his shell and everything, and he's gonna absolutely be number one, not working with, for nobody. He's gonna do his very own thing. But once again, we don't have much to go off from this exclusive trailer. Overall though, that's it for this video. This is a pretty lengthy one, but we're back in full effect. Expect more consistent videos. You guys have been in the comments saying crazy shit about me being missing. Nigga been gone less than 3 weeks. That shit just funny to me. But I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions on this new exclusive trailer for each character. How do you think their story is going to play out? And give me your early death predictions. We of course are going to make another death predictions video before the season premieres again. and to get everyone out the way who we think is gonna be gone. Main focus, tell me, who do you guys think Diana is killing in that scene? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on that specifically, because I think that's the next video I want to make, the theories and ideas on of who that could possibly be. So as usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.